everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and this is a Blackhawk, but since it says Coast Guard on the side, it's a JayHawk and it is for sale from Banggood. It's called the E200 EXP and it is very inexpensive. Now, if you look closely at the detail on this helicopter, it's beyond belief. It's really good for the price they're asking. And it's not made of cheap components. You have a brushless motor in the main rotor, a brushless motor in the tail motor. You also get high torque digital servos all around so that it flies like a dream, and you're going to see that in this video. It also has tons of indicator lights all over it. There's even a spotlight up front if you wish to use the spotlight feature up front, or you can replace it with an FPV camera if you desire. It is designed for first-time pilots flying a helicopter. Now I have to tell you a story. In the United States, where DJI drones and lots of drones are banned, well, a lot of people are turning to helicopters, so the production of helicopters has gone up because the demand for helicopters has gone up. So a lot of people in the United States are now buying RC helicopters to fly them like DJI drones. So this model actually has optical flow in it, a barometer, altitude hold, and 6-axis gyros. So you can pretty much fly it like a DJI drone. The only thing it's lacking is a GPS system and a camera. There's no GPS or camera. And if you love Blackhawk helicopters, well, it comes in the Coast Guard version, it comes in the Navy version, and it comes in the Army version, all at the same price. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my flight review of this. I'll show you it flying and how everything works, and then I'll show you the unboxing, then come back to me, and I'll tell you a few more things about this baby. All right, we're out at the field with our E200 EXP JayHawk, and we're going to take it for the maiden flight. I've charged up the batteries, and we are going to fly it and see how it goes right here, right now. What I love about this unit is that it comes in this really nice carry case, which is a hard case. You could toss it around. Everything's in here that you need to go fly. So I'm just taking out the manual. I don't need that. I will take out the remote and pull out our JayHawk, pull out the blades, and we're ready to fly. There is no GPS in this beast, so that means I can just power it on. As soon as it's powered on, it's going to configure itself to the remote and we can go fly. So to do all that, first thing you do is you take your remote. So I'll turn this way so that the sun causes the remote to glow. You power it on. There we go. Here are a few beeps. And over here you have an unlock and a lock. I'm going to put it on lock. Leave all the other buttons as they are. We're all set to go. Next, you take your beautiful JayHawk and you just power it on. Hold down the power button. You'll know it's powered on because it makes all those beautiful sounds, and you have a headlight. If I turn this way, you might see the headlight in my camera. The sun's there, so you might not see it, but there's a little headlight up front. And if you're never sure if it's ready to go, you just look at the little indicator light at the back right here. I don't know if my head cam's picking it up, but it is solid green. You want to see solid green back there. If it's flashing or doing any sorts of weird other colors, then check your manual for what the colors mean. So essentially, we're ready to fly. That's how simple this is. Now, in my field, let me just scan around here. So if I look up this way, I've got a bunch of people playing cricket on the cricket field. So normally I fly over there, but they're on that field. And if I scan this way into the sun, you see the parking lot cars? And over here we have a bunch of spectators because those are the guys flying planes, but they keep looking over at me and wondering, what is Captain Drone doing over there? So I'm going to fly this around and try not to hit any of these trees around me. But to make it more interesting for you, the viewer, I'll put a camera on this. So I've lost my camera. I had one here someplace. Anyways, the camera is an Insta360 Go 3S that I'm going to just double side tape to the side. So if we look this way, you can see right there, that is my Insta360 Go 3S on the side, and it will record the flight footage. And to get some additional flight footage while I'm flying this, I have my DJI Mini 5 Pro, which I'm going to lock on to me so it just films me. All right, I have my Mini 5 Pro here. It's on spotlight mode, so no matter where I move, it should track me back and forth. So let's come over here, grab the remote, and we are ready to fly. Put on unlock, take the joysticks, pull them down and out, spins up, and just lift the left joystick and you go up. Here we go. Go up nice and slow. There we are, right out of the box. That's how it flies. And if I want to get the heli and me in the camera footage here from the Mini 5 Pro, I just have to stand behind it, and the Mini 5 Pro will track me and show this little heli. So I'm standing here. It's using optical flow. You can see it's quite still, and I can yaw it. So I'll turn it around. Do a nice big yaw. Any speed I want. There we are. It's like flying a DJI drone. This could be a Mini itself or a Mavic. They all fly the same. Like, I'm not worried about standing near these things because they work so well. And if I get on this side, now the sun's glowing on it, and yeah, look at the colors on that thing. I get under it. Wow. It is stunning looking. I love this color design. It's really good. But enough of me blabbing. Let me take it for a flight. All right, so let me just stand over here. And I'll just fly it forward. Flying it really slow. Camera's up front just so that I can give you some footage. Coming back, I'm doing a figure 8. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go around the Mini. So it's behind the Mini. It's going almost over the Mini and then back. It's very easy to fly, very easy to control. And then by my head and then back here. The next thing I want to show you is the full speed. You have a low and high rate here on your remote. I'm going to leave it on low. Let's put on low now. And here we go, full blast. I'm just going to take one joystick, push it forward. That is full speed forward. There we go. And it stays the same height off the ground because it has altitude hold. So just in case you missed that, full speed forward, coming back at me. Here we go. And there we are. That's full speed. So let's try the next rate. There's 2 rates on here. Let's bring it over and we'll put it on high rates. Okay, I'm gonna take it up a little bit for this. I've got it on high rates, 2 beeps, and here we go, full blast forward. Little faster, little faster. You can see I'm almost out to the road over there. Bring it back and full blast forward. Coming at me. Whoa. Better stop it before it hits the cars over there in the parking lot. So you got 2 rates in beginner mode, which is nice. Now the important thing to know is that it doesn't have GPS, but it has optical flow. So the optical flow is a camera on the bottom that has to see the ground. And because of that, it can't see the ground from way up in the sky. The higher up I go, it can't lock onto anything. So I'll put on the screen what the max height is for the optical flow to work. If you go beyond the optical flow, it's still gonna fly. It's not gonna fall out of the sky, but it might start to drift if it can't lock onto anything. So here, low to the ground, not a problem. Flies nice and smoothly. So you have another mode on here, which is manual mode. Right now I have the sensors on. I'm gonna turn the sensors off right here, and I'm gonna fly with no sensors. So let me stand over here so you can see what happens. So when I turn the sensors off, the optical flow, whatever way the wind's blowing, that's the way this heli is gonna fly. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sensors off. And of course it comes right at my head. So that will just go and crash into something if I don't fly it. So I have to fly it manually now. The good thing about flying manually is you can fly extremely fast. And here we go. It's full blast right there. But I gotta put the brakes on. And I'm putting the brakes on. It's too fast. It's too fast. It's gonna hit the lamppost. It's gonna hit the trees, all the sorts of things. You have to be out in an open area. So now a lot of people, when I fly these helis, they always wonder about range and stuff. The range is pretty good on here. We have a lot of guys flying planes over there, but I'm gonna do something I normally don't do. Since there's a camera up front, I'm just gonna take it over and just look at the other field. So I'll take it over the other cars, I'll take it away up. And I think there's enough battery power left to do this. Okay, so I'm up in the air. Optical flow is still working. I seem to be able to fly over the cars and everything over there. I'm gonna bring it down a little so that I could catch everything, so that you can see stuff in the camera. And going over people's heads. There's Joe over there, and there's guys out in the field. You should see that. So it's quite a distance away. Now I'm going to turn it around, and it'll come back to me. Coming back this way. There we are. Look at it go. I'm going full speed. That's full speed in optical flow mode. It's decent. And I'll slow it down right before my Mini without hitting my Mini. So I got to tell you guys, if you're new to helis and you want a really good heli that's so easy to fly, this is certainly one to get. And the great thing about this heli is because they took the GPS out of it but left everything else, it's very inexpensive. So to land it, you have manual landing. I'll show you manual landing as this. Come down, I'm holding the left joystick down. I put it over the landing pad as best I can get it. Right like that. Ice landed into the ground. It will shut off, lock your motors, and it shut off. Now I'll show you the auto landing. So auto landing, and I'm just going to let it cool down for a second, and then I will start it up right now. Unlock motors, start it up. We'll take it back up and I'll do an auto landing. Get it spinning up. Here we go. All the way up. And you realize it's doing all this flying with the weight of that Insta360 Go 3S on it. Imagine if I took the camera off, how much better it would even fly. Okay, now here's auto landing. you just hit the little switch here. I'll just let it land wherever it is. So I'll come stand over here so we can sort of watch it together. Here we go. Auto landing, hitting the switch. Hold it down. It's right on your remote. Slams into the ground and then kill the motors. And that's it. That is it. Here we have the case the heli arrives in. Opening the case, you'll find the instruction manual. Then removing the foam, you'll see the heli, the remote control, the batteries, and battery charger. This version of the heli, the Coast Guard version, is ready to fly right out of the box. All you have to do is charge up the batteries and you're all set for your first flight. To charge up the batteries, just take one battery, put it in the charging pod, then connect that charging pod to the included charger or use your own charger. A set of 4 spare blades are included, as well as 1 tail prop. 2 spare tires are also included, along with a set of tools and some body screws. A spotlight is included and you can attach it to any of the batteries. Total weight of the heli with a battery is 425 grams. A radio remote is included and the joysticks sit in the middle, which is perfect for beginner pilots. The radio is powered by 4 AA batteries, which are not included. Alright, you're back to me and I want to tell you that yes, the remote does come with it, and the range between this remote and this heli is 300 meters on a very good clear day where you have no objects in between you or the heli and a nice area with no interference. That's about 1,000 feet. No one is going to fly it that far because you'll never see this heli at that range. This remote also starts to beep when the battery in the heli gets low, so it warns you to bring the heli back and land it. You can order the heli with 1 battery, 2 batteries, or 3 batteries, and the battery charger does come with it, so you can charge everything up and you'll get 12 minutes of flight time maximum per battery. A few more cool things to note. The landing gear does have suspension, so when you land hard, it's not going to wreck the heli. It has suspension. Also, for some reason, the cargo doors will open. You can slide them open, but there's nothing you can put in there. The motor's inside. Now for the main rotor, I'd love to show you inside, but it's very difficult to get a camera looking inside there. But what I can see is lots of metal. So it's CNC metal rotor head all the way down inside. And these blades that are here are nylon carbon fiber, which is a great thing. It means it's pretty hard to break them, but if you get your finger in there, you're probably going to lose a finger. So now, is there any negatives about this heli? Well, the only negative I could see anybody saying about the heli is that it's missing GPS. But then again, without the GPS, it brings the price way down. If you have GPS, then you could fly it far, press a button on your remote, and it would fly back and return home. That only happens with GPS because you need GPS to mark the spot you took off from. So without GPS, you cannot do a return to home. You have to fly it back manually. But that's about it. I can't think of any other negatives because this thing looks stunning. It is gorgeous. You'll put it on your shelf if you don't fly it. It looks so gorgeous. Now, when it comes to positives, one of the positives is for the price, which blows my mind, you get this hard case, carry case. A lot of times when they reduce the price on these helis, take out the GPS, you get a box. But nope, this comes in this really nice metal and simulated carbon fiber carry case, which is a good deal. Other positive, the build quality on this is just as good as the $800 helicopters that look similar with a lot of features. It's the same build quality, so you're getting a good deal. Another positive, ease of use. I could give this to any human on the planet and they could fly it. They would not have any difficulties other than figuring out the joysticks, but I mean, it just hovers in the air. So you move a joystick, it either goes forward, backwards, sideways. So it's that simple, or up and down. For me, what I really like about this is that you could turn off the optical flow and just use the altitude hold and 6-axis gyro. So that's what I was doing, flying it around. And the final positive is it does come in 3 different color schemes. And if you get the Army one, you get the missiles on the sides and the rockets and everything else. But if you get the Coast Guard one, it just looks like the one I have here. No missiles or rockets on the side. So with all that said, if you have questions on this heli, post your questions below. If I have a discount code to make the price low, I'm going to put the discount code below, but I have to warn you, if it's already on sale and you try to type in my discount code at checkout, it's going to bump it back up to the original price. So if it's on sale, don't use my discount code, but if it's not on sale, type in my discount code and it's going to give you the sale price. That's how cool it works with discount codes. All right, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more cool videos like this, well, stay tuned because I have lots of cool products coming up before Christmas. Stay tuned for the next video. See you then. Bye.